So we've just done this extenuating hike to the top of Petra, but it has an amazing view of the Treasury below. Good morning, it's 6:30 in the morning and today we're headed to Petra. It's one of the sites I've always wanted to see ever since I was a kid and I saw Indiana Jones. Petra is the lost city in Jordan and it's one of the new 7 wonders of the world. We're getting an early start because there's a lot to see. So it's about 7 a.m. and we're inside of Petra Park walking towards the Treasury, which is the famous carving that you've seen in all the photos, I'm sure. But first you walk through this narrow little valley. It's called the Seek and it is
so cool. It feels like we're in an Indiana Jones movie. Like, it's so cool.
This is the monastery. This is a lesser known of the monuments, but just as spectacular, probably more spectacular. And like all the other ones, it's carved from solid rock and it's pretty amazing.
Freaking cool.
It's well worth the hour-and-a-half hike.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So the history of this place real quick, this was built by the Nabateans. They're people, an ancient nomadic tribe, but they built a city here. Then eventually it was conquered by the Romans. And that's why you see some of the Roman architecture. And this place is just like out of a movie. It's like Star Wars or something.
It is insane. I've never seen such landscape before. Beautiful.
Yeah, it really is a true wonder of the world. And
yeah.
When you're younger, you always think these places exist, and then as you get older, you think, oh, those are all just made up in stories, but then you come to somewhere like Petra and you see that these places actually do exist, and all of the places that you read about in the stories had to be inspired by something.
Yeah, and they're actually real.
We're up at this viewpoint overlooking the valley, and it's, even though we're in the desert, it is freezing here. What do you think it is, like 5 degrees Celsius?
I think it's 0.
Maybe like 40 degrees Fahrenheit, but just taking this view for a second. This building is one of the most impressive because it was the tomb of the king of this whole city, carved right out of the rock face.
Walking up the 900 stairs to the monastery, which is part of the Petra experience. So we've been walking now for like 45 minutes maybe and have about 15 left. It's quite the hike, to be honest, but it's nice. We're excited to see the view. Okay, so we just hiked up 15 minutes. Right now we're standing on this huge cliff, like, I don't know, 100 meters down or something, overlooking the Treasury.
scared to go by that.
It's so scary.
This is our guide. This is video. This is our guide that took us up to the very top. Ilan.
Hilal. Petra.
It's a far way down. All right.
Okay, so we just finished an 8-hour day at Petra, and we're just now hiking back. It's super cool, and it's definitely worth checking out. Wear warm clothes though at this time of year because it's pretty cold. I borrowed Evan's mom's big gloves because it's super freezing, but really cool, and we're pretty tired now in our legs, but it was a good day.
Two things that we forgot to mention about this place is that it's in a big river valley called the Wadi Musa, which means Valley of Moses. I was tripped on that rock. The Bedouins believe that this valley was formed by the spring and the river that came from it when Moses struck the ground, from the Bible. And the second thing we forgot to mention was that this city was lost and unknown to the civilized world until
1912.
1812.
1812, I mean.
Until 1812. So basically from 300 AD to 1812 AD, it was completely lost, and only the Bedouins knew about it. And a Swiss and German explorer basically dressed up as a Bedouin and faked his way in here because he heard about the lost city. So he rediscovered it in 1812. And I can't even imagine how amazing that must have been to be the first Westerner, or whatever you want to call it, coming into the city in 1812. No tourists, no people taking selfies, no annoying Swedish American vloggers, just the Bedouin and Petra.